weeks of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First carry for Nick Chubb, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Now this defense for the Cardinals, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Well, this defense for the Cards, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Throwing, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. And you know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Murray now on 1st down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Chase Edmonds, the man he was looking for, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limited to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win. But definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Play fake. Murray on the move to his left. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. First down, Murray. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. That catch good for only a couple. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time, separation. That's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Able to find Isabella. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And Murray gets this into the hands of Edmonds. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. For this defense, CD, and going up against Kyler Murray here, what's the secret to keeping him in check?
Having better athletes than him, which is really unrealistic. So I go way back in football. They used to have a coverage called the umbrella coverage with 4 defenders back deep. Now you want to try and move that umbrella up front with Kyler Murray. Kind of surround him and keep him hemmed into the pocket. Because if he breaks out, he's going to hurt your defense in a big way with his legs.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's Murray. And that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 35. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues. Murray now on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Daniels. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. On the handoff, it's Edmonds. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
On 2nd and 7, Murray. He'll swing that out to Edmonds. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And now Edmonds going to be stopped up short. He did not get there. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. They'll go for it with Edmonds. And try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Room past the 20 as they'll finally stop him at the 23-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Bulldozes past him. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
A run for Nick Chubb. Runs over it. And shutting him off. Now open field. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, about as dynamic a runner as the NFL has to offer. He put his talents on full display there. That was some kind of run.
And the thing that stood out to me was his ability to continue through the initial contact. How many times do we see runners get slowed up and not get what they can on a run because of that first contact? But he kept the compass pointing in the right direction, kept the legs churning, and turned this into a huge play.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
On play action, it's Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Cardinals on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Now Landry. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Mayfield looks to throw. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. Mayfield off the play fake. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he's got this down to the 35. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Hey, alert 33. Hey, we got to get this stop here.
From the gun, Mayfield. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Byron Murphy, the one who got a hand in to knock it away.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
And again, it's Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 23. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Second and 7 from the 20. Mayfield to throw it. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Kareem Hunt, his running back, the intended receiver. Third down here.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Mayfield. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the sign judge. And that's good enough for a first down. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. This is caught, and he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Murray. Out to his left. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another 1st down there as this one goes for 25. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. They'll go out to the flat for Edmonds. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray forced out to his left. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is, his first miss, no good. Back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Here comes Johnson on the return. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Browns drive about to get started. And with an 8-point lead, probably not too much of an impetus to try and do too much here. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Going deep here for Landry. He's got a man complete. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Now Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And that'll give us momentum going into the 2nd half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by the rookie Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. They run it again with Chubb. Pushes him over. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 115 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They'll run with Chubb, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Here's Murray from midfield. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Murray off play action. Rolling to his right. They'll get this to his running back, Edmonds. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Play fake. Murray. They'll buy some time right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And he's got it. Touchdown. Darrell Daniels. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Taking it about the 1. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
First and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. On third down, Mayfield. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
This is a rocket. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Nothing at all on that one. It'll be second down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
To throw again on second down. Murray. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Quick slant caught by Kirk. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down. Here's Andy Lee now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Browns drive about to get started. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Okay, partner, No surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. He was looking for Daniels that time. That'll bring up second down. Here's Murray. He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the third time. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a second down and 6. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. 131 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. The Browns on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he gets it down to the 48. Enough for the first.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Browns on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go.
They go play action. Mayfield. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's going to... First down. A give. This is Chubb. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy quarterback. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Mayfield now. They'll go screen here to Hunt. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up third.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
Now this drive, they're 2 for 2 on third down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. Play fake. Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
Taken in at the 3. And he returns this to the 22. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points in a hurry with time dwindling in the fourth quarter. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. Touchdown, Cardinals! Chase Edmonds, 78 yards. And the Cardinals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Extra point good by Prater. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Chubb on the counter. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And he's going to be stopped up just short of the first down at the Cardinals' 37. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Mayfield on play action. And this is going to be incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. From his own end zone now, it's Murray being chased out left. And his throw is incomplete. Christian Kirk the man he was looking for, but it'll be second down.
Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll throw again from their own end zone. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
3rd and long, Murray from his end zone. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you can easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
Now Murray's got to have this one. Dancing to his left. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 10. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Browns are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Grant Delpit.
And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Chandler Jones in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Mayfield looks to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Well, let's see where they turn on 3rd and goal from the 5. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys
I'm a little skeptical
about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch